Welcome to the Wakefield Doctrine, the theory of Clarke, Scotts, and Rogers. This is Video Friday. This is episode 8. Slight delay, 1 week delay on video episode 8, but here we are. It is Friday. And the topic of today is the Wakefield Doctrine. Surprise, surprise there. Actually, we'll just do some current events. I'm doing this mostly because I'm catching a cold. And I have that throat thing you get when you get a cold and it gets into the vocal cords and you get to have a cool sounding voice. So I'm enjoying this just to listen to me talk. God knows that doesn't happen. Anyway, just a lot of things going on, increasing activity, which we always talk about, but more specifically, newest friends of the Doctrine, AP, and also Steve from down in Texas. They sort of joined us more actively this week past. Always good. We've repeated this countless times before. We look to the people who come to the Doctrine most recently for perspective. Hey, how are we doing? How does this look? Does this sound crazy? You know, that kind of thing. So big shout outs to both of them. In fact, Steve, I believe, has a hat for his damn head sent down there, so we're awaiting the photos, which would be kind of fun. Alert readers will know that the right of hat, the Wakefield Doctrine hat, as in the thing on the dashboard, does convey with the right of hat, which is based on the Treaty of Tosadias, and there's a post or two on that subject. In fact, we're doing a new page. That's what I meant to say. There's a new page out in the Doctrine that has to do with I think it's called Hats and People and Them or something like that and such. So that will that'll be the place to go if you want to see all of the friends of the Doctrine who have had hats and have their own post, put up and all. So that's the latest from the hat front. AP also has brought to light, and this happens a lot with Molly and Claire and Nell and them, is that being the newer generation will pose the questions that have us sitting there saying, geez, is that true? That's the perspective thing. And anyway, so we were talking about the thing I did, the most recent post yesterday's, about reference was made to Spinal Tap. And the video clip was Deep Purple, and AP is not ancient. Therefore, she and also Molly responded the same way in the comments. Okay, we trust that you had a good time pulling these things up and making these references. What the hell does it mean? And so that just brought home the idea that your frame of reference, you'll hear that term around here a lot. Your frame of reference, your reality is not just characteristically Clarke, Scott, or Roger, but chronologically, culturally, it will be imbued with certain values. So we're trying to stay alert to things like AP's suggestion that, hey, I don't get it. And not that it isn't still hilarious and all, and Spinal Tap is one of the funnier movies of that genre, parodies. But these go up to 11. But it's a reminder to us who are trying to present the Wakefield Doctrine to a large audience is to keep the appeal broad. So, brief review. Wakefield Doctrine is predicated on the notion that we all live in a slightly individual reality in common with everyone else. So, and these realities, those of the Clarke, of the Scott, and the Roger, are characteristically a certain type of world. And when we talk about personalities of a Scott being that of a predator, that's just a reflection of the world that Scots exist in. They exist in the world of a predator. So all of their behaviors, the shouting, I mean, they're stylized. It's not like they're running around with flint knives and bearskins in their hand, or whatever clever thing we might say, which apparently we can't, about them. But their behavior when you look at the behavior of a Scot, you see a certain characteristic, and that is the characteristics they hold in common with predators of other species. And Rogers, they have the thing about herds. Clarks, they don't. The Clarks have got the outsider thing going. But it's all about, the Wakefield Doctrine is all about looking at another person, observing their behavior, and with what we know about the doctrine, inferring the world that they are acting in. Because if you know the world that the other person is acting in, I'll bet you it'll make a lot more sense than if you're, especially if you're a different type, if you're a Clark looking at a Roger doing something, and you don't take into account that they're responding to a different reality, then you're going to be on the short end of that stick. So that's what this doctrine is for. As we say, it's all for you. It's not for them. It's for you. So that's episode 8. All right, everybody remember to call in tomorrow, Saturday, 8 to 8:45 Eastern Standard Time on the secret number that's buried somewhere in this here blog here. And give us a shout, and we will talk to you, surrounded by Wakefield. Bye.